So what have you been up to this week?
Well, this week on Lisa and David's Extraordinary Ordinary People, I've been up to a few things. I had a conversation with a colleague at work, and we'll see that in a few minutes, Ellie, and her work with the food bank. And last night, I went into the centre of Manchester to pick you up, and it was wild.
How come it was wild?
Because people were full of booze. That's the main reason. But just incredible it was 11 p.m. I was on Whitworth Street near the arches, the old railway arches, and it was like 9 a.m. in the morning, and Deansgate Station had just emptied with the busiest train in the world. Unbelievable.
It was busy.
Yeah, did you have a good time?
Yes, it was really good. We went to Revolution de Cuba. It was very busy, but good music and nice food. So that's one of my Christmas do's over with.
Have you any more?
Yes, I'm going back there on the 12th of December for my PA Christmas party.
Any other Christmas do's?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Only one with you in York.
On the 11th of December.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy month.
Yeah, and the contrast between the busy month and the Christmas markets in Manchester and the Christmas parties and the frivolities and the fun, the contrast with that and the story that Ellie shared with me about the work she does with the food bank, quite remarkable.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet Ellie and to visit the food bank. As we do approach Christmas, it does make us feel lucky. There's a fine line between being abundant and feeling poverty. It could be down to anything from a big bill or...
Well, Ellie talked about unexpected bills, redundancy, just generally falling on hard times, and any one of us could just, a couple of paychecks away from becoming really desperate. And Ellie's work with the food bank provides emergency food rations for people in real difficulties.
Yeah.
So let's see my chat with Ellie, and then afterwards we'll see how I can help you.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, let's go to Ellie. So here we are in the business school at Manchester Metropolitan University with my friend Ellie. Hello, Ellie.
Hello.
So we've talked a bit about work, but what fascinated me was some of the other stuff that Ellie does outside of her work. So, where did we first meet?
We met in a park at work.
In a park? What were we doing?
One of our colleagues was trying to coerce you into filming something with me.
Tell me about the really interesting stuff you're involved in.
Okay, well, I head up a committee for marketing and events at Manchester Central Food Bank. And we've just started,
Wow.
And it's going well.
So for our viewers that maybe aren't sure what a food bank is, just in a few words, what is a food bank?
A food bank is an organisation that gives out emergency food parcels to anyone deemed who is in crisis. That can be families or individuals.
Well, how many food parcels do you give out each month?
Oh, each month it's in the region of 200 people. In the last year, I was giving out food to 2,000 people.
And your Manchester food banks?
Manchester Central, yeah.
And how many other food banks are there, do you know, around the country?
There are 400 Trussell Trust food banks in the UK, and we're one of those.
Wow. And your job is?
Here?
The food bank job.
Oh, I'm the chair of the marketing and events committee.
And how can our viewers help?
You can give me marketing advice on how, interact with businesses. That would be really useful.
All right, so what kind of marketing advice have we got out there that can help Ellie and the food bank interact with businesses? Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Ellie.
Thanks, David.
Thanks. Wow, Ellie, quite special.
Yeah, really surprising. And these food boxes are supposed to last 3 days for a family or a couple of unperishable food.
Yeah. And Ellie's request was to do with any one of the viewers out there who can give Ellie any support or help or advice about how she will help engage with local businesses in Manchester to support the work of the food bank. I've got some stats as well here. Let me just read them. So in 2013-2014, nearly 1 million people were given support from food banks and 3-day food parcels, 3-day emergency food. There's 423 food banks up and down the country, and 27,000 healthcare professionals, doctors and community nurses liaise with the food bank about their patients. Some other stats: 8,318 tonnes of food was donated by the public in the last 12 months. Wow. And 30,000 volunteers, and Ellie was one of the 30,000.
Yeah.
Good for you, Ellie.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be volunteering very soon, because it's really made us aware of poverty just on our own doorstep here in Manchester.
Yeah, just that. I know, I think last week or the week before I mentioned it, but go back to 1840 again in Manchester, the height of the Industrial Revolution, Manchester being the world capital of the textile trade, tremendous wealth, and then Marx and Engels kind of came to see how this wealth can be side by side with such poverty, and how sad really that in 2014 seem to be in the same position. Massive wealth of our city of Manchester, as seen by the number of people out partying and spending money on Friday night.
Yeah.
At the same time, you've got Ellie volunteering with the food bank to provide emergency rations.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And she was telling us about a mother who was stealing things to feed her own baby, or borrowing soup from next door. It really does make us feel very lucky.
Yeah. So I've put links down below to Ellie's food bank and also the Trussell Trust. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, let's find some individuals or businesses that can help this particular food bank.
And I'm going to put a challenge out to Phil, 1864. You know who you are. I'm sure that Phil's got connections that will be able to support things.
Absolutely. And well done, Ellie, for all your hard work with the food bank.
Okay, great. Hope you enjoyed that interview with Ellie this week, and we'll see you soon from another side of Manchester, which is the famous
Manchester Markets, which started last week, and there's already been thousands of visitors visiting the Christmas markets in the centre of Manchester. And we're looking forward to going there this week.
We'll take you there. Okay. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.